It's Father's Day. Ugh. How weird is that? A day to honor dads? It doesn't make sense. Mother's Day, I get, they're mothers. They brought us into the world. Father's Day is like celebrating Darth Vader's birthday. Culturally, we don't even take Father's Day seriously. We all approach Father's Day like, well, our dads made us do it. Father's Day seems like an afterthought. I guess since we honored mothers in May, we should probably give a day in June to that guy who gets up early on his one day off to abandon us to go golfing. The gifts we give on Father's Day seem impersonal and absurd. A necktie? What is this, 1950? I guess giving dear old dad a noose would be a little on the nose. So let's give him a silk noose with a goofy pattern. Now, before you think I'm some dad hater, I should tell you I am a dad. I have a lot of kids. I say a lot because I'm nervous I might get the number wrong. I'm sure there are some really good dads out there, and I commend both of them. I do things with my kids, but when I come back from an outing, just know they are going to be sunburned, covered in mosquito bites, and yes, I forgot to get napkins when I bought them ice cream. Wait, I lost one of their shoes. Well, at least I took them out. You're welcome. Generally, a day for dads is odd. Have you seen a dad? Sure, David Beckham's a dad, but most dads look like, frankly, look like me. There are not a lot of sexy dads. There's no dad equivalent to a hot mom or a yummy mummy. At least there shouldn't be. Because the phrase dad bod is not just an internet joke. It's a serious condition that affects millions of us. Dads are the human equivalent of cargo shorts. Yes, I do have cargo shorts. No, I don't know why that is funny or bad. I'm a dad. Besides the societal pressure to balance out Mother's Day, what have dads done to deserve a Father's Day? Frankly, plenty. Besides ordering pizzas and serving as the vice president of the family, dads have to battle their own selfishness every day. Dads strive to raise better, smarter, less dad-like humans. Remember, without the comparison to dads, moms would look horrible. Damn straight dads deserve a holiday. Now get me a beer, whatever your name is. Yes, Father's Day is one of those made-up holidays. Then again, every holiday is a made-up holiday. It's not like there was Halloween and then the Big Bang happened. I guess what people mean is that Father's Day is not an important holiday. Maybe it's not. Father's Day doesn't hold our attention like Christmas does, or 4th of July does, or even, frankly, how Cinco de Mayo does. There seems to be no anticipation surrounding Father's Day. No dad ever said, I can't wait until Father's Day. I'm a dad, and I always seem a little surprised when Father's Day shows up in my calendar in June. I always look at the third Sunday in June with a little, oh, that's right, Father's Day's coming up. That'll be awkward. I hope my 4-year-old gives me another popsicle stick napkin holder. Anyway, Father's Day is a day to honor dads. I'm the father of 5 energetic young children, so I should get more honor, right? Of course not. I think sometimes people assume just because I have so many children, I'm some kind of expert on fatherhood. Believe me, I'm not. Based on that logic, because I eat a lot, I should be really good at cooking, but I'm certainly not that. I barely know how to use a microwave. Don't get me wrong, I love being a dad, but I don't consider myself especially good at it. I'm not a natural. I didn't spend my 20s dreaming about changing full diapers at 5 in the morning, struggling with parental guilt, or existing in constant exhaustion. I don't think anyone does. I'll likely spend today like any other Sunday with my screaming children, but Father's Day serves as a reminder that I am grateful to be a father. And I have plenty to be grateful for. Being a dad has changed my life. Sure, I'm fatter and balder, but being a dad has made me less self-centered and less selfish. If a baby cries, you can't think, sleep's more important. Essentially, being a father has made me more human. I guess most surprising to me, instead of hindering my career path, being a dad expanded my opportunities. I wrote a book about my experience being a father, and developed a television show based on the chaos of my personal fatherhood experience. This fatherhood stuff is a gold mine. And my children are the best gift I've ever received. Happy Father's Day. It's Father's Day, and I am a father, but I would like to acknowledge the fact that I owe most of the credit for who I am today elsewhere. I would like to express this gratitude and appreciation in the form of a love letter. Dear my beard, not that beard, this beard. I just want you to know how much I appreciate you. I realize I don't often acknowledge all you do for me. Well, I never do. You are facial hair after all. But when you're not around, beard, I really miss you. Everyone misses you. My kids have said, "Where's your beard? You look scary without it." Without a beard, my head looks like a marshmallow wearing a wig. Not only do you make me look less scary, you somehow make me look thin. I call you my fat shield. Like magic, you cover my double, all right, triple chin, and give my round, all right, blob-like face definition. You are also the only accessory a man could ever need. A simple change into a flannel shirt, and I'm an outdoorsy lumberjack. When I wear red, I'm a generous, jolly gift giver. With a top hat, I'm patriotic. Beard, you keep me warm in the winter. Remind me it's too hot outside during the summer. Heck, you even catch food for me when I eat sloppily, which is often. All right, all the time. Beard, you understand no sane man enjoys shaving. You understand our superstitions and our love of history. Some days you feel like my only friend. So, my beard, I would like to express my love and appreciation to you this Father's Day and say, I couldn't have done it without you. I love you, Jim. I have an announcement. I'm retiring. That's right. I'm announcing my retirement here on CBS Sunday Morning. I'm not retiring from being a stand-up comedian or an underrated film actor. And no, to some of your disappointment, I'm not retiring from doing this CBS Sunday Morning commentaries. I'm fine with getting criticized online by lunatics. I'm retiring from the hardest, worst job I've ever had. Being a father. I'm sure many of you will view my parental abdication as a sign of weak character or shirking the responsibilities of nature and spirituality. Whatever, I'm out. It's too hard. I don't want to be involved in finding my replacement. I'm not giving 2 weeks. I'm out as of now, people. I put in 14 thankless years. During that time, not once did any of my soon-to-be former children offer to pay for a single meal. Not a movie, nothing. You'd think one of my sons would have bought me a beer. Nope, nothing. I've been ridiculed, mocked, and blamed for everything. And I did everything. Well, everything my wife told me to do. I changed diapers, cleaned up throw up, and I even acted angry when the kids were making noises that annoyed my boss, my wife. I'm not suggesting I do more work or even half the work my wife does. I'm just saying I don't want to do the little work I do anymore. I feel no guilt relinquishing my role of dad. I leave these children and my remaining money in the capable hands of their mother, JImGaffigan. I was only ever Jeannie's vice president, sometimes serving as her enforcer, her best friend, or her sycophantic accomplice. But that is over now. The time has come for me to hang up my pizza ordering abilities, to pack up my iPad hiding skills, and, well, not be a dad. Well, that was easy. Now, who's going to tell my wife? Because I'm afraid to. There's something very unsexy about parenting. Let's be serious. You know what I mean? It's like, first of all, your parents did it.
Imagine 5 little kids in a 2-bedroom apartment. It almost sounds like the first line to a joke. But to their father, comedian JImGaffigan, it's his real life.
There's no equation where parenting makes sense.
Right.
It's like, all right, there's no sleep, the pay's horrible, yet people like it?
Can you give the baby some pasta?
Yeah.
Dinner hour in the Gaffigan apartment is an adventure with 9-year-old Mari, 7-year-old Jack, Katie, who's 4, Michael, who's 2, and Patrick, the newest addition.
Michael, you want to run around?
If the Gaffigan kids seem somewhat familiar,
Remember when you were a kid and you'd go on vacation, you'd be like, why is Dad always in a bad mood? Now I understand.
maybe you've heard about them in their father's stand-up comedy act.
I stood in line for an hour and 15 minutes for the Dumbo ride. After a minute, I was like, I'm the Dumbo. I'm waiting to see myself.
Gaffigan's observational humor about everyday life has made him one of the most popular touring comics in the country.
My wife had the baby at home. We had all our babies at home, just to make you feel uncomfortable. People don't want to hear about home birth. They're like, oh, you had your baby at home. Yeah, we were going to do that, but we wanted our baby to live.
Home for the Gaffigans, Jim and his wife Jeannie, who's also his writing partner,
This is like Superman. It's Ferrari.
is a 2-bedroom, 5th floor walk-up on Manhattan's Lower East Side.
How do you divide the space up here? This is the dining room. That's your office over there?
That's my office. That's Jeannie's office.
Okay.
That's the kids' office.
That's the kids' office.
This is the gymnasium here.
You're a successful comedian now.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this to yourself?
Well, it's not. I'm not trying to prove something. People, I'll do book events, and people will be like, "Why are you in that apartment?" This is not the 1800s, you know. Jackson, oh my gosh, how are you, Jackson?
Gaffigan muses on fatherhood and its challenges in his new book, Dad is Fat. The title comes from the first complete sentence written by his son, Jack.
You describe yourself in the book as kind of a loner.
Yes, I mean, I was very much. I mean, look, most people that are comedians. First of all, we're not normal.
How you doing?
It's a solitary, introspective pursuit. The characteristics of a comedian are the exact opposite of the characteristics you would want in someone to be a father or a parent.
So how did you end up in the middle of 5 kids?
I married a woman who gets pregnant looking at babies.
This way. This way.
A walk to the park with the Gaffigan clan
Okay, we got a walk sign, guys.
is like trying to play the Wrangler in a roundup of a herd of runaway scooters.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Gaffigan grew up an hour outside of Chicago, in Chesterton, Indiana. His own father was a small-town banker.
You mentioned in the book that you did an impression of your dad for your brothers.
Oh, yeah. In some ways, I think I'm a comedian because of my dad. I was the youngest of 6 kids, and my dad was this intimidating figure that all the kids were terrified of. So I would do an impression of my dad who would be like, yeah, Anthony, your name's Anthony. Great to see you. And so I would do that as an 8-year-old for my siblings. And so I was suddenly not just competition for food or this annoying little brother. I was funny, maybe.
Gaffigan would graduate from Georgetown University in 1988.
When you went to college, you majored in finance.
Yes. Well, my father was the first one to go to college in his family. And I was raised to seek security. And security was wearing a coat and tie. So I studied finance, hated it, and then went to work as a litigation consultant, was horrible at it. And so I was very much lost.
How did you find comedy?
I was doing an improv class because I had a fear of public speaking, and someone dared me to do a seminar on stand-up, and then I did it. It's wildly addictive. It's very empowering.
The only thing the 46-year-old comic makes fun of more than his family is food.
I'm moving a little slow tonight. I had a Hot Pocket for dinner.
His sketch about Hot Pockets has become his signature routine.
I've never eaten a Hot Pocket and then afterwards been, I'm glad I ate that. I'm always like, I'm gonna die. I paid for that? Did I eat it or rub it on my face?
The Hot Pocket thing, I think I just got lucky. It was this food item.
Hot Pockets!
Single people ate, college students ate, teenagers ate, the audience that mostly consumed stand-up.
You know, I struggle with my weight. I'm on this fancy diet, that Domino's pasta bread bowl diet. Have you seen the Domino's pasta bread bowl? It's a bread bowl filled with pasta, covered in cheese. The only ingredient missing, a suicide note. And I have to admit, the entire time I was eating the Domino's pasta bread bowl, I was thinking, this could use a side of mashed potatoes.
You rarely hear a swear word in Gaffigan's act.
You're considered a clean comedian.
Right. Right.
How do you feel about that?
It makes me a little bit like, eh.
Do you think it's hurt you in any way?
Probably. Family friendly or clean. It just, I think it's associated with something kind of icky. Bob Newhart, Bill Cosby, there were always comedians that happened to be clean, but they weren't like, it wasn't like Bill Cosby, he's clean.
But it also means this father of 5 is not afraid to take his own kids to his shows.
Nice.
They've given Jim Gaffigan plenty of material, and they may give him even more.
Are you done having kids?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but, I mean, well, I'm Catholic. My wife's very Catholic. She's a Shiite Catholic, so there is no goalie. But I'm not opposed to it. I know the positives that I can get from each of my children, and I do want to create my own nationality. So there'll be a country called Gaffiganistan. Wow. That was amazing. I feel like we really connected. I think you're ready to move the relationship to subscribe. If the button wasn't down there, subscribe. Just do it. Do it.